Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. In this video, we'll discuss the first problem of Leetcode BiWeekly contest 90. It's an easy level problem. The problem name is odd string difference. So the problem statement says that you are given an array of equal length strings. They are known as words, and assume that the length of each string is n. Right now, each string words of I can be converted into a difference integer array where difference of I of length n minus 1, right? Where difference of I comma j equals to words of I j plus 1 minus words of I j. Forget about the complexity, I'll explain you that in detail, okay? Note that the difference between two letters is the difference between their positions in the alphabet. That is the position of A is 0, B is 1, and so on. Obviously, Z goes to 25. For example, for the string ACB, the difference integer array is 2 minus 0 because C has a value of 2 and 1 has a value of 0, so 2 minus 0, and then the second one will be B minus C, that is 1 minus 2, so that becomes 2 minus 1. Final array. Now all the strings and words have the same difference integer array except one. You should find that string. Return the string in words that has different difference integer array. These are some examples. Let's directly jump to the explanation what the problem is saying, right? So the problem says that so we are given an array of strings, right? So let's call it words. Okay, I'll take the first example. So that is ADC. Okay, and then WZY, and the last one is ABC. So this is one, right? Now pick up one word. Now the length of every word will be equal, right? Pick up one word. Let's pick ADC. The length is 3. So what we do, we create a difference integer array for this one. So the difference integer array will be of length n minus 1, right? And what is that? So this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2. So you create a difference integer array of length 2, right? Only 2 positions, because here it is 3, so we create it of 2 positions, 0 and 1. Now here at 0th position, what we'll take? We'll take the first two characters and find out the difference between these two. So D, the position of D is, so D is present at 3 because A is 0, B is 1, C is 2, D is 3, and so on. Z is 25. So D minus A, that is 3 minus 0, it comes out to be 3. So here I'll put 3. Then for the next position, I'll pick up the next two. So that will become C minus D. C is 2 minus 3, that is minus 1, right? So the difference integer array for ADC will be 3 minus 1. Now let's calculate it for WZY as well. So WZY, so again what it comes out to be, we pick these two, right? What is the difference between these two? So Z minus W, this is 25, this is 22, it comes out to be 3 again. 25 minus 22. What about these two? It is Y minus Z, that is 24 minus 25, that is again minus 1. Just see, this and this are equal. Pick up the last one, that is ABC. So if you pick A, B and C, so these two will be, B minus A will be 1, C minus B will be 1. So the difference integer array will be 1 comma 1. So for these three strings, this is the first integer array, this is the second one, this is the third one. What the problem says is that every string has the same integer difference integer array except one string. Now you need to return that string. So in this case, you can see these two are equal, however this is different. So this is for which string? This is for ABC, so you need to return ABC. Simple stuff. That is what the problem is saying in some complex language, I would say. So right, if I pick the second example as well, so I won't take too much time for that. So that is AAA, BOB, CCC, DDD. For this one, it will be A minus A, so 0 0. For this, it will be again 0 0, and for this again it will be 0 0. What about this one? Bob. So for Bob, if you see, it will come out to be 13 comma minus 13. We can take out that. That's pretty simple, so I'm not spending too much time. So in this case, you need to return Bob, right? So again, as compared to the other first level questions, what we need to do, we need to just do a brute force, because it says that the number of words that I can have is approximately 100, 3 to 100, and the length of each word can be 20, something like this. Sorry, the number of words that I can have is 20, and the length of each word will be this. Okay, so what I have done is first create a utility function. uh, first what you need to calculate the diff array, so create a utility function so that it can be used in your code. So this is your array. So what do you do? You create a diff array and calculate it, and this function will return this array. This is the first step, right? Now the brute force starts from, for all these strings you create a list which contains the difference arrays. So this will be something like this. Let's call it diffs. Calculate it for all these strings and then do a simple search where you start from I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and you say that my current diff is diffs of I, and then see how many arrays have the same diff. So j equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, take a count, right? Initially count is 0. You see, now if arrays dot this diff that you get, current diff, and this diff is equal, if this is 0, both of them are equal, increment your count. Finally, after this loop, you check that if your count equals 1. Why? Because count will be equal to 1 only when one of the I equals to one of the j. That means when I equals to j. Simple. Remember here, we are traversing all these strings, right? I have not done something like j equals to I plus 1 because I wanted the exact count, right? So if that is equals to 1, just return words of I. Simple stuff, right? Let me explain you with the help of the code that I have written. So yeah, this is the code. My code starts from line number 13. I have taken a diff array, and as told, what I have done on line number 15 to 17, I have calculated the diff of each and every word that I have. Now I have created a utility function on line number 3 where I send it a word and it returns me the diff array. Simple stuff. If the length of your word is L, so you create an array of L minus 1 length on line number 4, and you calculate diff of I minus 1 equals to whatever we have just discussed, right? And on line number 20, what do you do? Whatever I have explained you, you see what is your current diff. You take count equals to 0. Then what do? You traverse, you use j from 0 to n. You compare, if both of them are equal, increment your count. Finally, when you come out of the j loop, you have compared the current I with all the j's. So if count equals 1, return word of I. Simple. At last I have done return word of 0 just because I needed to, I wanted to add an extra return statement because otherwise it won't compile. So just by default we can return the 0th word. However, that will not happen. So yeah, this is my code. I hope you learned something new from this video. Do support it by giving up a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel. In case you have any queries, do let me know. I'll revert on each one of them. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.